We talking upwards of $2 billion.
$2 billion.
He gonna ask for a big three.
Drake. All right, so your boy Maul from the Rory and Maul podcast, but this time he was just by himself. He was on the Earn Your Leisure podcast, and he was speaking on this Drake lawsuit. Now, by the way, people are saying that Maul is now the official street spokesman for Drake, okay? So he has some very crazy predictions about what Drake might receive in this lawsuit. Y'all better like the video and subscribe. Let's get it.
How far do you think this is actually going? You think they're going to settle? Like, where do you think this goes?
No, ain't gonna be no settlement, bro.
I think Drake is gonna ask for something that no artist has ever asked for or received, and it's gonna be very interesting to see if he receives that.
As far as money,
as far as compensation for damages,
on the lawsuit side,
absolutely. We talking upwards of $2 billion.
$2 billion.
He gonna ask for a big three. Okay,
absolutely.
I'm gonna ask for a big three.
Well, if he gets look at that point, fuck public perception. It's been real. It's been real.
I'm just saying at that point, I don't give a fuck what Black Twitter is talking about. I don't give a fuck what Black Twitter is talking about. I don't care what the barbershops is talking about. Yep. If I just sue Universal for $2 billion in my masters and I won, they know exactly how dangerous this line is that they're walking. I think that he also knows what's in his contract. I think he also knows that he doesn't have any nasty past history of shit that they can try to dig up and create, which is why he was so insulted that they would get behind and put a multi-million-dollar budget behind a song alleging that I'm a pedophile.
Yeah.
I would be better.
And that's the part that I think people are missing.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the battle. I think he's like, wait, y'all funded this energy and this message of me being a pedophile?
After all I've done for you.
After all I've done for y'all, and the fact this is a perfect timing. This guy just signed with y'all. I'm on my way out, and I'm thinking about going independent, which will completely cripple the music business.
Yeah, to fuck up the music business for sure.
So now y'all trying to fund this energy and this message that I'm a sex offender? People have to stop being so surface with the shit and saying, oh, Drake is mad that he lost. Just take the L. Cool. Y'all are talking about a rap battle. This is not the URL. We're talking about the
business battle. Yes.
Not URL. No disrespect to URL and smacking all them. Those are I support those guys. But this isn't that. This isn't a rap battle. This is Drake versus Universal Music Group. For anybody that doesn't understand what that is,
financing both sides of the war.
They're financing both sides of the war, and they're in business with the streaming platforms. Okay, cool. If you feel like Drake is calling the cops and he's snitching and he's mad that he lost, all right, great. That's how you feel, great. What else though? What else are you looking at right now? What else are you seeing that's about to happen right now?
But it's one of these things where it's like I said, nobody likes a winner, and he's an easy target.
Facts.
Who, Drake?
Yeah,
because you know what it is.
For too long.
Yeah.
I think at the core, Drake is just a nice guy.
Yeah.
And that he's not problematic. I mean, Kanye showed us that you can go against the machine and be just fine. He did it on the level where everybody was like, he's bugging.
But they
didn't hurt him.
Away from him.
I mean, they took the Adidas deal away from him. They took the Gap deal away from him.
Yeah. That's
okay. Go look at what Gap is selling now. Go look at what Adidas is selling now.
True.
It's a fact.
They need him. He don't need them. They need him. I ain't seen a nigga wear a pair of Adidas yet.
Yeah. Maybe
nobody in the Gap.
Yeah, Anthony may be moving him up, but it ain't like how Yeezy was. No.
This is so deep. But unfortunately, at least the people on Twitter and YouTube and Twitter Spaces, they don't want to have a deep conversation about this. They just want to make it about Drake is mad that he lost the beef. Two things can be true. Drake's pride could be hurt. He could be upset that Kendrick is now occupying a space that he felt so comfortable in for years. But you know what else is true? That UMG is funding both sides. You got to let that sink in. They're funding both sides. And when you start to have conversations about the implications of that and how the record labels are entrenched or own stake in the streaming companies, Spotify's, the Apple Music's, whatever, you start to see how the up-and-coming artists don't have a chance. I remember it used to be an argument on Joe Budden's podcast about, was it easier to blow in the 90s or is it easier to blow now? And I'm not trying to get that deep into that conversation, but I will say everybody thinks just because you can get a laptop and a microphone now that it's so easy for you to be successful. When now, like really, the industry machine has worked for Drake, okay? It's working for Kendrick right now. But when an artist pops, think about how much longer they last now than they used to last years ago. Kendrick and Drake pushing 40 years old, and they still damn near just as hot as they was in their 20s. The new guy in his 20s, when he was blowing up, he didn't really have to fight the 40-year-old guys and the upper 30-year-old guys. These days, a new 20-something-year-old artist, and I wish I could think of somebody who like brand new, Bossman D-Lo. Let's say Bossman D-Lo, not only do he got to fight people in his own age bracket, he got to fight Drake and Kendrick to be placed on those playlists and get those streams. And I'm still hesitant about if Drake gets a win in this lawsuit. Will it help the new artists? Who knows? But maybe it'll make some of these practices a little more fair. Even if the win for Drake is he gets out some big settlement. And if he get $1 billion, you know, hell, I wouldn't give a damn what Black Twitter got to say either. Or what Twitter Spaces got to say in the YouTube comments. But at the same time, if he does get that money, how will it improve the record company business going forward? And if y'all wasn't so caught up in this beef, you would see how dangerous this is for Drake. Because luckily for him, he's a billionaire. He seems to have some kind of protection behind him. But you know what they say, ain't nobody bigger than the machine. And you've seen people who try to fight the machine and you see what it cost them. You see what it cost Michael Jackson. And the beef, see, I don't want to say too much because a lot of y'all don't want to have no real conversations. But the beef is a perfect camouflage for anybody who want to say anything crazy about Drake. All you got to do is start the conversation with, he mad because of the beef, he weak, he soft, and then you can start talking about anything else you want to. You know, it's a lot of people who ain't really like what Joe Budden did this morning. Because he started talking about females and Drake smashing people's wives and all that stuff. And you got some people in the industry saying, what that got to do with this situation? And who are these enemies that you heard that Drake got? Let us know. And I'm not trying to say anything disparaging about Joe. I fuck with Joe. But that's just another example of how you can start off with the beef. You can start off with the lawsuit, and then you can take the conversation somewhere else. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.